Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. So, the US Senate just passed the resolution to reopen the government, the US government. A 60-40 vote passed the Senate. What does this mean? Is the government open? Well, not just yet, but we're in the right way. I'll explain why. We'll talk about how it's affecting the crypto market, what is affecting XRP in specific, because XRP is up nice today. Not, huge, but a nice percentage. We'll talk about that as well. But I just want to start out the week with a weekly reminder that investing in crypto is risky. You can lose all of your money to a rug pull, bankruptcy, wallet hack, smart contract hack, or just a shitcoin going to zero. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Very, very important. Okay. Also, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Now, all I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smash that like button because Monday likes are the best likes. And let's get into it. Currently, XRP is sitting at $2.48, up 5% on the day. Bitcoin up 1.5% at 106. Ethereum at 3,600. Sol at 1.5. We go to the crypto bubbles. You can see lots and lots of green today. President-related tokens are up right big because of what I just talked about. The U.S. Senate votes 60-40 to advance a bill in a major breakthrough to end the U.S. government shutdown. 8 Democrats joined 52 Republicans to get the vote through. Now the bill goes to the House, which has been, if the vote passes there, which there's a Republican majority, so it should, then the government will reopen this week. The market's liking it, the crypto market, the stock market. And so that is what we are seeing now. Okay, and it will be very interesting to see. Pre-market is opening in about half an hour, how the markets will react, right? Because, we know that historically it has been post government reopening, the markets usually have done good in the past. Crypto wasn't there for all of the government shutdown, so we don't have the data points on that, but the stock market we do. And if you think about it, right, although it's maybe detrimental to government stuff, theoretically, companies and things like that shouldn't have been hurt too much from the government shutdown, right? So that's why historically the markets usually do good after it. Crypto, we don't have enough data points, right? We have the previous one and it did good, but we don't know, exactly if it's going to play out the same or not. Theoretically, it shouldn't have been bad for crypto, right? Because US government shutdown, what does that have to do with crypto, right? But we know that the macro things affect the crypto market because big money and retail investors, when there is fear, when there is uncertainty, they have less of a tendency to go, bullish or go with big positions, right? That's just how, people that have, risk management and things like that, that's how they operate, okay? And so that's why we see, even though I know that crypto is global and it's not just the US, we've seen that the US and most of my viewership is from the United States of America, but we've seen that a lot of stuff that happens in the US affects the crypto market, whereas if something like this would have happened in the UK, which is my second biggest viewership, right? I don't know if it would have affected the crypto market that much, which is a shame, right? Not that it would have affected, but it's a shame that the US has so much effect just because you would want the crypto market to be a little bit more independent of that, but it is what it is, right? I'm sure that people in Eastern Asia are like angry about this, but it is what it is, right? So we'll see how the market plays out today here. It will be very interesting to see how markets react. Of course, we had an okay bullish night, right? And XRP is up. I'll tell you in just a second why I think XRP is basically to almost the same levels it was last Monday. So basically, XRP has erased all of the losses that it accumulated over the week. By the way, if you still have not joined our new Telegram group where we're going to have extra data, extra videos, extra fun, then the link is going to be in the pinned comment and in the description down below. We have already 165 people that have joined. I think we can get to a few thousand. It's, again, free. It's open to everybody. So join and you'll get extra stuff, right? It's why not? And so again, that's in the link in the description down below. I'm still setting up some things, but you want to be in so you don't miss out on any data, any news, anything new that is coming out. And so again, link is in the description down below. So if we go back to XRP, the key reason why potentially XRP is, having a nice movement here today is because Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, 21 Shares, Canary Capital, and CoinShares XRP ETFs are now listed on the DTCC platform. Again, this does not mean that they are live. This is just a registration for the ETFs if they get approved with the DTCC. But this is the last kind of step. We've seen this happen before, and then we've seen the ETFs get listed. Oh, Bitwise has the best one, XRP, just XRP. So it will be very interesting. You can see just XRP. It will be interesting to see, do we get any news if the government shutdown ends? Do we get some news fast this week? Are the deadlines, right? Remember, there were like, not deadlines, but there's a certain amount that pass. If the government is shut down, it's automatically approved. But I think with the approval of the other ETFs, the HBAR and Solana, and others, and XRP is on the outside of that, there's no reason for the SEC not to approve the XRP ETFs. We could be surprised, right? Anything can happen. But it will be very interesting to see what happens. Again, as always, I don't know what's going to happen. Not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Please do your own due diligence, okay, when you're looking at the markets. So again, if we go back to XRP and its price action, we're almost all the way back to where we were on Monday. So Monday to Monday, we're basically at the same level. We're a little bit down, but 2%. But we were at these levels Sunday night, Monday morning. So XRP has recovered. Bitcoin, interestingly, is not. Bitcoin was at 110. Ethereum is not. It was at 3,800. Solana has not. Solana is a way off, right? So actually, right, XRP is doing pretty good in anticipation of the potential XRP ETFs coming. It's up 20% since the low. That's not too shabby. If you bought the dip, that's 20%. Okay, of course, buying the dip is very, very hard. Most investors, most people, they don't buy the dip, right? Because it's scary, right? You say to yourself, is it going to keep on dipping, right? Or if you're down on your position, I've told this before, but the fear you get from when a position is down, or the depression you get from a position is down, is about 4 times more intense than the elation you get when a position is up, right? And you think, oh my God, like I'm down so much, right? And when you're up, you're like, oh, okay, we're up. More, right? And so that's the difference. And that's why FOMO is so enticing and fear is so scary. And that's, once you're able to become a master of that, and by the way, I don't think I'm a master of it. Some people have the unique ability to master it at a young age. I can tell you that even people that are in their 5th decade of investing, they do succumb to it. Like, I talk with my father sometimes, and he is 50 years in the market, and sometimes I have to have with him the same conversations I have with you, right? And I've helped him a lot, actually, over the past few years, just challenging and working with his emotions. The thing is, I don't have a me. I need a me to help me out sometimes. You can say it to the camera or say it to the viewers, but if someone says it to you, it's a little bit different, right? Sometimes it's a lot easier to give advice, or not advice, but give, things that you feel, right, to others, and not do the same with yourself, right? There's this saying, well, in Hebrew, it translates to something that I don't know if I can say. But basically, I don't know, how does it translate? But that's how it is. People, they tell people to do stuff and then they don't do it themselves, right? That's just basically how it is. So it's very important to be careful out there, but control our emotions, have a plan in place. By the way, having a plan in place is one of the top things that actually has helped me out, just because it kind of takes emotions out of the equation. Sometimes you have a plan, you're like, okay, that was my plan, it is what it is, move on to the next one. And sometimes you can be dynamic with it, but sticking to the plan is very, very important. It's gotten me out of sticky situations sometimes. So again, that's something that also I'm a very big believer in. This is my opinion, this is how I do stuff, and making a plan has been helping me a lot. Key events this week: market reacting to the $2,000 tariff dividend potentially on Monday. U.S. government shutdown potentially finishing here this week. Small business index data, OPEC monthly report, federal budget balance data, 9 Fed speakering at this week. Things can change fast this week if the government comes back, if we start getting all the financial data. We talked about that as well as something that could be tricky. I also want to expand a little bit about the stimulus checks that potentially are coming. Again, we don't know if they're coming yet. There's still a possibility that they won't come. But I really liked Bull Theory's take on this, and I wanted to share it with you. He's a very good follow on X. He says, President Trump planned to give 2,000 stimulus checks to the people as dividend from the tariffs, and the market is seriously underestimating what it means. Now, this sentence, I kind of disagree, just because I think that a market understands. I think the market is careful because of the Supreme Court decision that could change this entirely. But let's say the Supreme Court, doesn't do shenanigans, and we do have the tariffs, right? So if implemented, this would inject nearly $600 billion directly into the economy, almost the same scale as the 2020 stimulus, which totaled about $800 billion. That 2020 stimulus was fuel behind one of the biggest bull runs in history. Bitcoin went from 3,000 to 69,000. Ethereum went from 90 to 4,800. Hundreds of altcoins went huge amounts, and liquidity flooded into the market. But this time, the setup is even better. In 2020, those checks were lifelines as the pandemic was ongoing. People used them for rent, debt, and essentials. There were no ETFs, no clear regulations, and very little institutional access to crypto. Now, infrastructure is ready, crypto is mainstream, and ETFs exist. Institutions can, get into Bitcoin legally and easily. Retail has access to apps, and the government itself is more open to crypto than it's ever been. Unlike 2020, Americans aren't struggling for some basic needs. The economy is open, GDP is growing, and this is an extra, right? It's not like then when there was huge fear. Now it's something extra, right? And so when we're not factor of government collapse, stimulus becomes investment capital. That's the real difference, right? Back then, people were using it to buy groceries and things like that. And yes, now things, because inflation, have got more expensive. But I think a lot of people that got those 2020 stimulus checks will be looking back, and the ones that invested in are looking at it now and at what that turned into. And so there could be a lot more shift of that money. Again, we don't know if it's going to happen yet. We have to be very careful with this because it's still an if. Okay, and we'll see how this potentially plays out. But this could be a very big game changer just from the U.S. Economy. Again, we're touching on the U.S. that money in the total crypto market, not all of it will enter crypto. Some might enter stocks and some other things, but it could be a big shift, and it could bring a lot of confidence back into the markets as the M2 continues to rise and crypto is kind of falling back on it a little bit. So it will be very interesting to see how all of this will play out. Don't forget to join the Telegram group. Link is in the description down below, and check. And don't forget to drop a comment, 8 for infinity and beyond, and smash that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you next time.